Siri, set alarm for 9 hours 45 minutes. Hey Siri, set alarm for 9 hours 45 minutes.
Air fryer.
Slightly twisting the rules a little bit. I still got £10 to go and spend in Chinatown to get something horrible that Jack will have to eat. Oh, that smells so bad. I found something that I've never actually tried before, but I've seen it. Durian, it's the vomit fruit.
I think he'd hate tinned fish. Yeah, let's do this. Cheese and broccoli is that. So you can cook him for pasta with some tinned fish on it. So Will's a bit of a drink snob, so I'm going to get this as a little chaser to go with his tinned fish. Oh, still 13 quid. An hour and 15 minutes to go.
It's at 3:30, the deadline, right? Shit, let's get going. Is he back?
We popped into Wetherspoons to order the steak, just for
Poker session, by the way, lads. Just
got ourselves a pint. They're actually sold out of steak.
It is a poker
so you can
session.
see how popular it is, hence why I want to replicate it. Just under an hour left, about 55 minutes. So we'll have this 10 minutes and we'll just shoot back to the restaurant, 40 minutes to go.
First, I'm going to get my fries on. Give them a really good rinse and then parboil them. Starting the sauce now. Good amount of claret. I'm going to bring that up. Now this is brought to the boil. Beef stock's going to go in, and then we're going to reduce that hard. Prep all my morels nicely to the pan now. I'm also going to put my shallots in there now. Air fryer. Late, mate. You're behind. Hey, you're right there, chef. You got technical difficulties with the air fryer.
The fuck do you use this thing? Couple for snacking. Bang them in for a little test run. So it's going to put the mushrooms into the oven to roast. I'm going to bang these in. So it's going to season the steaks.
This is
Get these
just
cooking
an
and rested
expensive dish
ASAP,
against
so then
a
we
cheap
can make
one.
our sauce afterwards. Fun, just getting the steaks coloured off. Want them to rest really nicely.
First fry for my triple cooked beef fat French fries. So almost this is the first stage. This is like a confit. But
No.
I don't want to cook my steak until this is really hot. Otherwise, it's going to be so thin that it just won't work.
I've got to beat this fucking dodgy northern bloke. Steaks are looking good, nice colour on that, nice crisp. So just putting a little bit of flavour in here, just to baste this steak, and then we're going to pour it over all the other ones as well. So everything's now resting. Focus on the sauce making, and then reheat the sauces at the end. So,
Nice hot pan, exceptional piece of steak, so it's going to cook perfectly. Superb crust on that steak, French butter. And this is what I'm going to now baste my steak as it cooks over the charcoal with. Whoa, look at that crust. That is beautiful. Finish it over that charcoal, basting this steak with this French butter. It's going to drip down onto the coals. So, steak off to rest.
Rachel, take that plate and get rid of it, and make sure there's no other plates in this, anywhere near this kitchen. I don't want Will to be able to get a plate.
Chips are going to come out now for their first fry. They're looking really good. And now we need to get that beef fat and oil really hot.
I'm going to start with my tomatoes. A few garlic mushrooms, classic flavours, softening my garlic. My onion rings, I'm not going to lie, are not looking great. Might have to abort the air fryer.
This is our beautiful beef and red wine reduction. Just a bit of cream, I'll add that now. We've got all our fresh herbs at the end, so we've got chives, parsley, nice depth of flavour considering it took 20 minutes. Oh my God. What have you become? 5 minutes remaining. Why is it so gloopy, chef?
Already, like after no reduction, I'm gonna have to go with it. I might have to actually leave it off.
I even find myself with a bit of extra time, so I'm just gonna do a nice mushroom. I'll get this straight onto the charcoal. Oh, I've still got a spare shallot as well. I might do a little grilled shallot with mine. Still got a bit of red wine left. I might do a little braised red wine shallot. Fries are going to go in. I've got nice hot oil.
What are you planning on serving your steaks on?
I heard you talking earlier and I stashed the plate. Ah! 30 seconds. Start the plate up. Seconds. What the fuck is that monstrosity? Why are you trying to feed so many people?
I'm not, I'm giving value for money.
Set like a brick.
It's actually disgusting, try that.
Delicious.
Come on guys, dig in, come on.
You've tasted both dishes. Which one do you think is the best steak frite dish?
This is the best overall meal.
You're wrong.
But the steak is really nicely cooked.
No, that's right, you did a good job. Your chips were very nice.
That steak was 46
Yo,
quid.
Beachy, how we
much
doing,
will that
brother?
meat to come to?
Thanks, man.
Based on the quality of this. Quality versus price, this steak is better.
This is just like a
No
lovely
fucking
restaurant dish,
WPT
like,
money,
Any
guys.
restaurant in Mayfair, whatever.
Trying to get some WPT money on.
What is that?
This, my friend, is one of the most
Mango.
offensive fruits in all of the world. The durian fruit. That stinks.
Go on, eat it with me. Flavour Boys for life.
No, no, no. Flavour Boys for life, my art. Oh. Oh.
It's actually savoury. Oh. All the viewers know that mine was far superior. Shout out to all the Weatherspoons fans. Obviously, you prefer this one. Just let us know, just so Knobhead ever can realise it.
Right. Just thought I'd watch the end of that video while I was getting set up here. Alrighty. Alrighty. Is that alright? Is that alright, mate? Cause I'm too messy. Excuse the typing, I'll never forget it. Like, I used to hate when I was younger and I'd watch streamers. And it'd be like, you know, Tonka, one of the greatest streamers ever, but he'd just be there like, type. And I'd be like, here, mate, you know, we're trying to watch a stream here. Can you stop typing? But now I get it. Sometimes life happens, you need to type shit. But it is quite, it always used to annoy me anyway. Just trying to sort money though. Whoa. Sorry. Whoopsie daisy. This is the $33 Tuesday crown. Be good to get the title on the screen, I guess. Dropping a few L's here and there, that's okay. Very natural thing, of course. I was just kind of thinking to myself there how, you know, how far I've came. Just being able to just... And it's not a financial thing. It's not. I'm not saying I'm rich, and that's why I don't care about losing a few K here and there. Like, the way I feel after losing large amounts of money, you'd think I'm way richer than I am. But it's just you know, it's just normal. It's just a part of it now. It's quite powerful. So my chats, fuck's sake. Oh, better be careful here, man. Hello there, we are live on Twitch, playing some tournaments for the evening. Let's get after it. On Twitch, playing some... I'm gonna play the 250 Monster Stack, the 280 Zodiac Goat. Some nice chunky steaks. Yo, Beachy rolling in with the 6 months primer. Thank you so much, Beachy Poker, for the 6, brother old pal. Half a year. Appreciate it, man. Sorry, I just got my fucking chat back. Fucking shitty. I need to upgrade these devices. Good luck, mate. Had my biggest score on Sunday, 2.7k. Your stream has helped my game a lot. Yo, Mondred, congrats, man. Really appreciate that. And yeah, man, you're making me you're making me feel nostalgic, you know. Keep going, man. Keep going. It is, you know, in a way, those caches, when 4-figure caches are your biggest score, they're nearly the best ones. You know, they're nearly I've definitely had scores around that just nearly felt, you know, when your net worth is about 600 or something. I'm not saying yours is, but you know, when you're winning, you know, if you haven't got a lot and then you get a big boost, such a great feeling, man. But then later, maybe, you know, you play a few years and then you get a 15k score, but you've already got like 6-figure bankroll, so, and you've already had so many scores at that point. Like, some of the earlier scores are kind of the most special ones for me. Hi Sven, what do you think of Kasoof in the main? Bubbles. Well, let me say hello to CWCB over there. How we doing, brother? Hey bud. Who do you talk to about the game? Who is your go-to to bounce hands off? Nowadays, no one. Nowadays, I'm a lone wolf. Like OTB Red Baron and like C Darwin. We're probably gonna just have these guys dead, but I'm not calling off, man. Wow, aces. All right, nice. So what do I think of Kasoof? Yeah, man. So first of all, I mean, I'm gonna answer a much longer version of the question, but like, I used to like Kasoof. I met Kasoof at EPT Prague when I was a young aspiring pro. Back when my biggest online score was, you know, around about the 2.7k mark, like Mondred here. I met Kasoof and he was very, very good to me in terms of just, but I don't want to take away from it. You know, he probably just likes to yap to everyone, as we saw at the main, but he gave me a bit of his time and chatted to me. But no, I don't want to take away from that. He was very good. He asked my name. He was very like, that was the year he had the 2016 main event run, or like after that. So he was kind of in the spotlight and he was quite popular. But he gave me some good advice and stuff. So I was a fan of Kasoof, even with all his antics. But then I found out about the shady shit he did. And that's the big issue with me and Kasoof is there has been a scandal. He got caught robbing called palming a chip. You steal a chip from a casino. Except the version of the story I heard, and both are wrong, but you know what I'm saying? When let's say this is a chip at a casino, and a Kasoof, it was £100, like what, $120 to $130. It's one thing stealing this from the casino. Stealing it from your buddy is just way worse. That's just a different category, in my opinion. That says a lot about someone's character. So I heard he definitely robbed a chip. I think it was his friend's chip. I think he literally stole it from his friend. But then the other story is the cash game incident. So he was playing, and I don't like this shit, man. I've had bad experiences with money. I think you need to have a bit of loyalty, otherwise, you know, you deserve the worst. Or not even loyalty, but just a bit of you need to have a bit of trust about you. And anyway, Kasoof got stacked in a cash game in Dublin, took his chips and went off, you know? Probably because he put himself in some real financial shit. He probably had no money left. He's probably playing with the last 300 quid to his name that he could get access to. Got stacked in some PLO game and left and didn't pay. That shit's super slimy. So I'm kind of like quite anti-Kasoof now, and I don't like to hate anyone or talk shit about anyone, but like this shit needs to be public, man. So yeah, the World Series stuff. There was a bunch of times where I thought Kasoof was getting really mistreated. Honestly, the first time, I took a video on my phone as well. The first time they gave Kasoof 5 seconds, it was really, really ridiculous, man. So I'm bouncing back and forth here. I do think overall, the excessive level to his nonsense is ridiculous. I think if you watch a couple of minutes of Kasoof and you see some clips on the internet, you're going to be one of those people that's like, Kasoof's good for the game. I'm a recreational, I'm casual, and fuck all the guys with hoodies. There's no one with hoodies and sunglasses anymore, by the way. Stop saying that. But anyway, you know, like, you watch a little bit more extensive footage of Kasoof, like half an hour, you're going to know he's not really good for the game anymore. And then if you actually witness or play with him, you know, some people want him banned who play with him. And he did get banned, funny enough, in the end. But that's what Dan Smith said to... Oh, no, Dan Smith said that to Cabral. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. But yeah, yeah, the Kasoof stuff is so excessive. However, man... And, you know, funny enough, in 2016... I thought Jack Effel just was a little bit harsh, just in one isolated instance with Kasoof that I didn't like. But anyway, you know what? But I'm kind of backtracking now. I feel bad for judging Jack Effel because honestly I thought Jack Effel had a bit of a power trip in 2016 with a very isolated incident. However, anyway, the one thing I didn't like was Kasoof is playing the hand where he's got, man, there are 100 left for $10 million. And whatever about Kasoof's antics, this hand he's behaved, right? He's playing, he's quiet because whenever Kasoof is a marginal hand, he shuts up, by the way. When he flops Jack 10 on 10-9x against the short stack, which is like a good hand, but he's still not the nuts, he shuts up. When he had the pocket 9s in a 4-bet pot, he was silent. There's a lot of these, like, when he's polar, he's the most yappy. And I hate when people try and act like they know live tells when they don't. I'll never pretend I pick up on something live if I didn't. I'm not one of those guys. It's like, you see here, if we pause the video, see some guys like that online. Anyway, so yeah, Kasoof gets very yappy when he's polar. Anyway, he's got pocket 9s in a 4-bet pot. 100 left for $10 million. It's a big pot, but the board is jack high, if you remember. It came like jack 7-5, turn king. Now, his opponent, forget what his opponent has, but his opponent has 3.8 million in his stack on the turn. The turn is a king, and his opponent bets 2 million and just leaves 1 point. It was such a weird bet. It was such an unnecessarily large bet from Kasoof's opponent. So it was a really horrible spot. Now, Kasoof happened to have 9s. Imagine Kasoof had ace-jack, or a more difficult decision than 9s. Imagine Kasoof turned the king. And he didn't get that much time. And the clock was called. Actually, I'm forgetting how much time. Maybe there was a bit of shenanigans on the turn, but it was more tanking than yapping. Kasoof gets the clock called on him. On the turn there, the floor comes over, gives him 5 seconds to act. That pissed me off more than anything Kasoof actually did on the tables. Of course, as I keep saying, I think the guys... But yeah, I think Kasoof is like... He's a little bit nuts, man. He's a little bit like... I think to steal like that from your friends, you have to, and I'm not, you know, he stole from, to kind of blatantly steal in desperation, you have to be quite kind of like not giving a fuck about anyone else. You just kind of care about yourself kind of way. He gives off a lot of that vibe. No psychologist or anything. I'm not sure the exact terminology, but maybe narcissist. I was a fan of Kasuf in 2016 too. I loved his run that year. He was hilarious. Yeah, he was. But there was some extensive stuff going on there as well. Like you just have to know the thing about Kasuf that most of us know. But if you don't know, it's just because you haven't seen it. You haven't seen enough of it. I honestly think it's financially incentive, man. I think when he gets deep in a tournament, the tanking is a big part of him trying to get ladders, and I don't know what it is, man, but he will waste so much time with junky hands. This is the thing, man. And he's talking about this, and then I get really pissed off. He's talking about hoodies and sunglasses. Hoodies and sunglasses. No, but hoodies and sunglasses, unless they're tanking for a pay jump, no hoodies and sunglasses has unnecessarily tanked for a decade. And I know some of you might be like, no, Sven, I disagree with that. Hoodies and glasses have evolved. Hoodies and glasses are Espen Jorstads. Hoodies and glasses are Rumu Kulis, you know, like Leon Sturm. Hoodies and glasses have evolved. And like, Sturm's talking, when Sturm's in a super high roller, he's talking, you know, the table's talking. If you look at a table full of the modern hoodies and glasses, let's say it's 100k EPT, right? And you got all the hoodies and glasses, they're all chatting away. They're chatting, they're chirping, they're making jokes, they're talking strategy, they're shooting the shit. Coon, whatever. There is no real hoodies and glasses. And there was this weird thing like a decade ago where like, and I was watching Doug Polk's video on the main event history. Great video ranking all the main event champions. I noticed there was a phase there with fucking Mike. There was a phase there with a lot of young winners. A lot of, oh my god. Shit, okay, lads. I mean, whatever. You're gonna have about 5 minutes to snipe a bit of action on the 250 monster stack and the Zodiac Gold High Roller. I'm just glad I pre-regged them and got the fucking bubble protection. That's nice, man. We're gonna do like a lowish table count, high stakes, getting into some real fucking poker here in a sec, alright? And we got our little money print right now. We got in this from the start as well. $33 Super Tuesday daily Super Tuesday Crown Special. It's a 15k guaranteed. You see that sweet old 4k? So whatever happens, we're gonna have this, and it's a slow structured beauty. It's like one of those what is it? About 3 hours of late reg. I love it, man. Absolute print fest. Like the $33 main. Anyway, the Doug Polk video, yap. What was I saying? Yeah, there was a lot of young winners. There was a real there was a big boom and wave of like really young players coming over to Vegas and playing a lot of live poker, the online kids. And a lot of them were tanking for no reason. I think they were all like copying each other. They didn't know what they were doing. Some of them were. There's no reason to tank pre-flop if you've got a snap fold, unless it's around a pay jump. Then fair enough, everyone's going to have a little tank. But yeah, the audacity of the Kasuf to fire shots at hoodies and glasses when he's the one wasting... No, alright, here's the thing, man. Other than someone who's like basically pissed drunk, no one has slowed the game in the history of poker since Doyle Bronson was a young whippersnapper. No one slowed the game down more than Kasuf ever. Because if someone was doing that back in the day, they would have got fucking... You see, we know no one was doing that in the last century. No one was doing that. No one was acting like Kasuf in the last century. In the 21st century, no one slowed the game down more than him. So he is the slowest player of all time in the game. That has to count for something. He is the slowest player of all time. He's in his mid 40s or whatever. He's not disabled, and no one slowed the game down more than him. Nobody. So the 250 monster stacks at 20k. Honestly, I you know, like, this is the thing, man. I'm a very the guarantee's gonna be low, and I see all the markups really low, and like the markup will be low. I'm gonna sell it at like 1.13, but I know when I get in these games in this low guarantee thing, it's gonna be really soft. It's gonna be class. So I'm actually gonna sell less. You know, I'm just gonna sell less. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'm never someone to sell too much in my tournament anyway, but. So yeah, I'll cap it as well. I couldn't give a fuck. Oh wait, no, not this one. This one. Whatever. You guys do you. I'll sell 20 of the 250 monster stack. I'll sell 20 of the goat high roller. Goat high roller is the goat high roller is a lot better. In terms of it's double the guarantee, or 2.5x the guarantee actually, the Zodiac goat high roller. There we go. Pretty reasonable. Little 20 ball on each tournament. Super stack special. Yeah, we'll get in that then. Right, 215 plus 282 plus 250 plus 33 plus, what else we got going on? Getting Zodiac main now as well, that's another 54. Good stuff, boys, good stuff. Oh shit, I'm missing out on a lot here. Yo, Finn says, my man Sven, been a year, never supported someone for so long on Twitch. Sub forever, good luck box. Yo, Finn Rodri, thank you so much for the 20. Mate, if we ever meet, drinks on me, or coffee's on me, alright? Appreciate the 20 months, brother. That is a long fucking time to support a little old streamer like me. So yeah, appreciate that, man. You can tell from his routine when he's all in, he's really superstitious, degenerate. That's why he was palming chips. He does have some weird stuff about him, like, I don't know why that's related to him palming chips, but like, he plays rushes and stuff, and he does seem very degenerate and very like he's got some probably addiction problems. But he was there. He was flexing about like playing in Bobby's room and stuff. He did. He's played like 100Ks. He's just went for it, you know. He was saying how he took all of his own action in the main, and I respect some of that. But his belief is his ego is obviously way too inflated. He thinks he would genuinely see himself as like being one of the all-time great poker players, just the way he's real like gets, you know, he's probably quite delusional in that regard. So then when he started having a bit of success, because actually what happened is he like won a 25k in EPT. He went to EPT Malta and like won a 25k for like another chunk of money, and he probably like kept a lot of his own action, you know. Zodiac main. 88 super stack special. Do. 215 bounty builder. Lads, better not. I better not do all that. Gonna sell 25% of the 54 Speed Racer. No markup. It's capped at 5%, so 5 people can... Well, at least 5 people can grab... no, wait. What's the way to say it? Yeah, you can get 5% of the Speed Racer there at no markup if you want. 54 buy-in. What's that? $2, $2.60. GG Masters Asia. We'll jump in that with 25 bigs rather than max late Regjet. Easy game. I'm looking forward to the 250s and the Zodiac Goat and the 215 right here as well. Good tournaments. Says Jedno bought some action in 250 and Zodiac Goat. Let's get it. Good stuff, says Jedno. Let's get after it, mate. Let's get it. Standards will be high, you know. There will be no... I mean, you know, we don't want to... There it is. Yeah. Cabral, I'm a much bigger fan of Cabral than Kasuf. Cabral's much wittier, you know, like Kasuf's got some funny enough stuff here and there, but like, nah, he doesn't even anymore. It's worn off so much. He's so repetitive, man. It's super cringe, honestly. He starts doing that. How many miles from here to Hollywood? He's like saying that again. How many miles, Vanessa? How many miles? Anyone know? Like a stand-up comedian. You know, stand-up comedians, like, they keep doing their same bits, they're like all over the place. You know, if you see a stand-up comedian twice in this short space of time, you're gonna keep hearing the same jokes. But Kasuf is there like fucking a decade of just the same fucking shitty jokes. Hey, yeah. $220 yuan. That's $30 an hour show. We'll go for a nice. I don't like, you know, don't like opening too big generally as much as other people like opening big. Because let's say there is merits for me to have like a big old open there, but as you can see, the ace6, you know, it just, or the min raise will get through often enough, and the min raise will just put them in a more difficult spot with shitty hands like 7-4 offsuit and 7-3 offsuit, which they're probably just not going to play. But then some people might get a bit lazy and not even play their 8-5 offsuit that they absolutely should defend, and then if they do defend, then let's go. I'm playing. You have to play your 8-5 offsuit out of position against me. It's not going to go too well. I play pretty well, you know. So that, you know, I do like to play pots with people. However, the main reason we do size up is so that we can win a bit of a significant pot, you know, and you want the pot to build up. But so some people will size up, and the solver wants to size up because solver's like everyone's equal. So I'll give you a strategy based on everyone being equal. We're not all equal, you know. I'm better than him, so I want to play with him. So I don't need to. I'll sacrifice, you know. I'll play maybe a smaller pot on average, but well, we know that's not the case because of how, you know, the big sizings I'll use post flop. But like. What I'm trying to say is I'd just rather play against a wider range. And maybe the pot on the flop will be smaller. But you can always just, you know, you can work on that by bombing the flop or overbetting the turn. So I honestly I'm not a big fan of like, oh, let's narrow the fuck out of someone's range. However, one of my good friends was doing some 3.4x and here, there, and everywhere. And I was getting a few of those. The thing is about the 3.4x, there's a different category of hands now that's in a tough spot. Like I was on my mate on an ACR table and using a lot of big pre-flop sizes, and I kept getting hands like a suited ace-6 or a suited 10-8. And I'm in position against a 3.4x. It's like, well, I flatted the a6 suited against them. I was on the button and I just called 3.4 bigs with a6 suited. It's a little bit dicey, you know. It does give you a bit of a headache, but then I just started jamming on him. We were like 50 effective in a bounty tournament. He'd 3.4x. Someone else would call. I just rip in ace-3 suited for 50 bigs. There's a way to like, you know, counter every little strategy, but yeah, no, I'm more of a min raiser. There's times like, let's say it's a bounty tournament and it's early on. Everyone starting stack is about 100 bigs, and you're in a bounty tournament, and one guy has got 60 bigs in the big blind, and you're on the button. Well, yeah, you can take your 10-6 suited and just 3.5x, you know, or take whatever and just 3.5x. Time and a place, because there you're trying to build a pot for the bounty. And if I am going to size up, it will be generally it will be a hand that has playability but wants to get folds. Like that's why I use like 10-6 suited as an example. Because like we're happy to take it down with 10-6 suited, but we're also not hating it if we see a flop and there's like 9 big blinds in the middle, and you know. This hand is such shit. Like, what's the word? Visibility? But playability. Honestly, but we're not going anywhere. It's a friendly size. I'm just going to start bluffing this hand now. We don't really have many worse hands. Schweizer quality, hello there. And now we're going to go for it here. Rep the old 6. The old 147. The old Ronnie. The Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's pretty... He might bluff catch like a 10-9. It's not ideal though. Like, what does he beat? 10 isn't ideal. He wants kind of me to have some sort of queen 10. See, he's found the call, but with a... You know, he's going to need... It's not an easy call, like I say. Not easy. He's going to call... We're going to run into it when he's got a straight. When he makes some really difficult hero call. Or when he just has like top 2 pair like that, you know? Speed Racer. Is anyone here with us? Sold out. 5 players. 5 ball each. Good stuff, lads. We did, you know, getting dealt in the big blind first hand is never ideal. But we're a decent navigator. If you got it, you got it. And he also, refers to himself in the third person. Like, in the words of Will Kassouf, you got it, you got it. Are you fucking a nut job? Are you nuts, mate? Are you nuts, bruv? So going for an old delay B50 here. All right, we got an ace. We mightn't be playing it. Don't get your hopes up. Calm down. All right. Calm down. Calm down, mates. Here we go. Boom, beep, bop, bop. Fucking Kendrick Lamar. What a fucking... I know, I liked his old stuff, but Jesus, they last a while. I don't know how everyone's eating up all his nonsense. Jesus Christ. Stuff is supposed to sound good. Dun, 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 dun. What an instrumental. 4 minutes of... Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And like, it's not even... They're the most boring fucking sounding like strings or whatever. I'm no musician, but like, oh, it's like some 2000. No, well, there was some really good old school like fucking YouTube video, but you know the like shitty non-copyright YouTube music. That's what the instrumental for Not Like Us sounds like to me. Crazy, and it probably was this thing. It wasn't supposed to be a hit. It was just him throwing together a little diss for Drake. That's why the instrumental is like shit. Anyway, everyone loves it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sweeney Serial 3.4Xer. Yes, the Falcon Warlord. Yeah, and I'm sure, like, I know nothing about it. You know, I'm sure it would be a very interesting conversation to chat to him about what he likes about it. Do. The Falcon Warlord says, good luck, good luck. Thank you, brother. Nice, kind of chunky ABI, lower table count. Cream of the crop tourneys. 3315K on WPT is about the lowest we are. And then after that's... Oh, no, we're playing the 25 Classic. The GG Masters Classic. You know, great tourney, to be fair. Any streams about yourself, Falcon? Yo, Tony, how we doing, pal? Good evening, good evening. I should be over in Bangkok soon enough. Sooner or later, I gotta fucking do it. Interesting one here. It's a reasonable send. I have just went for the limp, like a 10, any 10 for like 9 bigs and a bounty. It's close to any 10, but as we can see, I'm choosing to not take every 10. This wouldn't go anywhere against most bets, you know, with the 10 of diamonds. 10 high being the best hand sometimes, absolutely. I mean, it just kind of is. It just kind of is. Definitely is now, unless it's like him checking back Jack 8 offsuit or Jack 8 suited. Kind of reasonable checkbacks, but Jack 8 suited. I think Jack 8 suited would actually be a really sexy check back for him. Go on, I will just let him bluff at it, man. He's got some very weak hands, like 7-3 with the 7 of diamonds, or 8-6, shit like this. Oh, the min bet though. Let's let him bluff, I guess. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we always have the best hand, so I'm gonna raise. But then they just snap fold, and it's like, there is some bad. A Jack and an 8 are probably bad rivers. But it'll probably just go check 8-3 offsuit here because we're the best, you know. And he's not the best. Seven 6 gets there. What? It's got to be a 10. I think we share a 10, lads. We share a 10. Yeah, we just chop it up with a 10 a lot here. Maybe he's got like 8-5 offsuit or something that we lose to. I'm going to check call. I know it doesn't say like we beat much. Okay, he's got the Jack. Fair play to him. Fair play. If we jam pre, we would have took it down. Not that that's, you know, but just to make the point. I know sometimes people will jam a hand like that and it doesn't go well. And you're like, lol, look at it, what a punt. Look at him jamming 10-4 offsuit into like ace-4. But as we can see, man, we just end up playing this pot against the jack-deuce. But yeah, no, I do still like it, man. I do still fancy it. I do like taking it to the streets. We are out of position though. But it's 10-4 offsuit against... You know, yellow tag is like a very respectable tag too as well. That's why he's actually ended up playing the hand kind of decent. But people will really struggle in those wide ranges, like finding bluffs in those spots. Like big blind versus small blind versus our limp. We're not going to allow them to be suspicious here, lads. Just going to jam into kings. Hopefully get action. Nice. Made me want to 3-bet less, to be honest, when he kept doing it. Even though I had a better price 3-betting. Yeah, I mean, it's still... Yeah, I mean, you have a worse price because you need to make it bigger, but I know what you mean. It's a better price in the sense that you're winning more. There's more of a reward to the risk. So it is better to 3-bet against the bigger size, absolutely. But it's more expensive at the same time. I mean, honestly, back when I was playing against like Dominic Nietzsche and like this Poker Stars 525s and stuff like that, I honestly would 3-bet Dom a lot, and he would fold a lot, and I would take his 3.5 bigs a lot. Honestly, Sweeney's like way better than Dom Nietzsche. I'm only messing. You know, I respect Sweeney's game massively. But no, maybe, no, do you know what the thing is? Sweeney knows my game a lot better than Dom. So I wouldn't, that's why I wouldn't get away with that against Sweeney as much. Sweeney knows me very well, and Dom just didn't. Still to this day, man, if I come, like, when I was playing with Adamo in the 500, the big 500 day 2, I knew Adamo didn't have a clue who I was. It's the one time I played with him. It's you know, it's an unfair advantage for me. I know Adamo, he doesn't know me. And he would just open the cutoff, I'd 3-bet the big blind. He'd absolutely snap fold because it's the bottom of his buy-in range. He knows everyone's shit and nitty. I know that he's going to assume everyone's shit and nitty. He's Adamo playing a $500 tournament online. But yeah, I used to definitely enjoy playing against Doms. I mean, nah, that's so disrespectful, but probably it was just a variance thing. It's always the case. Like, you think you've got the better of someone, but it's just down to how the cards fell. Maybe every time I 3-bet Dom, he had like the king 9 off that he opened in the cutoff or something, and I was just lucky that he kept getting dealt the king 9 off. 3-bet pot and the monster stack to 250. He's got no ace of clubs, he's got no ace of spades. He can have ace x of hearts. I'm gonna, whoa, it's a weird one. I just want to bet though, so I'm gonna bet. When in doubt, B50, eh? Nah, you know. Because maybe I can have kings in this size. This is the thing, it's not really that. But maybe I can just have ace 3 suited in this size, so. I'm gonna. You know, I got it. Absolutely got it here. Hopefully he doesn't have a rivered improvement, a hand that improved on the river. Alright. Is the price going up, my friend? Because I will fold if the price goes up. I'll snap fold. Who believes me? I don't want to give away any information. Keeping you on your toes. But I do... Damn, I was ready to snap him off. I was. But this size, brother. Why is the size? It's just, I feel like we might need... Why the size, brother? Why is it so friendly? Why you? Oh, you've given it away, man. These guys, man, they're so boring. Like, just play it properly. Just jam on me, man. We're gonna have to call, honestly. Like, I hate it so much. He can never be bluffing, and when he isn't bluffing, you're gonna say, well, why did you call if he's never bluffing? I was ready to like snap off a bigger fucking size. The turn, he didn't, you know, like if I'm B50, I size down the turn. If he's there on ace queen, maybe he just doesn't want to raise ace queen. That's fair enough. But by the river, he's just want to go more. Why doesn't he go more with a better hand than ace king? Anyway, good luck, boys. Yeah, okay, absolute nonsense. That's good. He was value raising. Yeah, well. Yeah, well played, mate. Amazing stuff. No, I get why he's raised. My line was very, very weird. Like, he thinks that he just doesn't lose with ace jack when I go that size on the river. While I'm there just waiting for him to bluff jam something because my hand is so weak. But then because he doesn't have a hand that needs to bluff, of course, he thinks his hand is good. He does this small raise that... So I was right. I said this can't be a bluff. That's what I kept saying about the size. Guess what, lads? It wasn't a bluff. The size wasn't a bluff. Anyway, remember before I bet the river? I was hemming and hawing, and then I said, I got it. Because I had a plan there. That's why I sized down. And if he had, like, fucking queen 10... Well, queen 10 doesn't block the straight. Even, like, something like queen 9 suited would be ideal. He would have fucking jammed queen 9 suited in my face. But anyway, next time he won't, because I've said this all on stream now, so we'll just do the old ring around the rosy thing. Yeah, sounds good, Tony. But honestly, I'd have no idea how to do that unless it was like a whisper on Discord. But let's see anyway. Let's see if I end up just doing a real quick visa run or more of a stick around. Because there's WPT going on in Bangkok, but I just can't get enough info about it. It sounds super weird and like you get paid out in you get paid out in fucking like I don't know what it is. Some fees you get paid out in not fees but vouchers. Fucky Kings. Maybe should just go 11. He's probably not going to fold much at all, but it's very easy to get stacks in at the same time. Right, a lot going on here, lads. He's dead as a doorknob, kind of. Yeah. Kings, we 3-bet. We always have it. Where's your profile, please, there, buddy? I have no cashes up yet. Yeah, I'll fold. Buddy of mine, Guy Taylor, made a great fold like that at the main event. Open, he 3-bets ace-king, Guy 4-bets. He just folds ace-king correctly. You know, and I know it's tempting to peel there. I know it's tempting. Because, oh, what if he's got queens and jacks? That's just flopping it. He's not going to give us much on an ace or a king anyway, if he does have these hands. But you know what's going to happen? You might think, oh, he might have... It's easy to focus on the positives like... queens and jacks, right? Well, think about getting involved against kings and aces. Which is very, very possible, even though we block those hands. This cold 4, man, we've got to be very careful. Very careful. So yeah, getting just folding the ace king in position there, man. Why fucking not? This is the 54 speed racer that 5e have a piece of. A little 5-ball. I hope those who don't have a piece are still rooting for us, though. Fight to power! Alright, over here in the 33 Super Tuesday Crown Special, we're attacking this under the gun open with our ace queen. And you let it go. Alright, take it down. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you, Eat Yo Chips Up. Okay, now this is very whaley seeming, dude. We're gonna build a pot up and go for the jugular here. Kind of opposite to our boy Hages, who we just folded the ace king against. I mean, I'm not talking about our hand. Obviously, there are different spots in different hands, but in terms of the player profile. Now, like, this is pretty... He's sat down and played 27 hands. He's 3-bet a quarter of them. It's a very small sample, of course. He could have been just getting hit with the deck, but... Probably extremely whaley to... We've no time bank now. Yeah, sounds good, Tony. I'll shoot a whisper over then if the time's right, if the place is right. Yeah, very cool. Something like 46 leaves him with 94. There'd be 200 in there. It's a double flush draw board. We'll go like this. Touch it up a bit. Yeah, we don't want him to fold, we want him to call, but we'll take it. Decent pot. Different shades of green. 50 shades of green. Well, in the 250, honestly, it's kind of grim. Like, this isn't very... Oh, damn. We'll come back to that. All right. Okay. Nothing happened with the queens. Guy actually folded versus our jam. Surprise, surprise. Someone squeezed the big blind and then folded. Good on him. You count on an Argentinian to do that? This is a 25 big bounty blast off. We're opening and rejamming against 20 bigs here. We check back pre, call a delayed overbet here. He's trying to target some queen highs and king highs on the turn. Reasonable. 7. Could have even went bigger, to be honest. Wow, what did I say earlier, lads? What did I say when I was selling action? Normally, and I mean nearly all the time, I would sell 30% of a tournament that's 250 or more. I was like, you know what, man? The guarantee's low, so it's, you know, it's. I'm just gonna keep. I'm just gonna keep like most of it and just sell 20% instead. And now look at this table, man. It's such a great table, honestly. Such a great table. Hey Siri, set timer 35 minutes. Wow! We gotta fold, man, do we? Checks back to turn. Nah, we could definitely beat checks fly, you know. I'm in there, man. This could be queen jack suited to our left. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 8's full. Are you kidding me? What is king queen doing, man? Oh, they barely know. Like, honestly, that's crazy. Crazy. King queen. Right, 54 speed racer. Oh, man. Nice one, brother. We're going to lose a lot there. We pot control the turn. We pot control the river. We had options to bet there. I think we fucking played that hand really well, to be honest. Because we're more likely to beat Sharks Fly than we are to beat Rick Smurf when we look at it. Because Rick Smurf is a much more reasonable turn check sandwiched in between two players out of position. When Sharks Fly checks the turn, they're closing the action in position. It's a much weaker check. So then on the river, we have to be all concerned about Rick Smurf. All the queen jack suiteds, jack 10 suiteds, queen 10 suiteds, he may have queen jack offsuit and stuff. They've all missed. If he's going for some random bet like he did as well, we'd be crazy to fold ace queen against him to our left. And then Sharks Fly to our right. But do you know what is interesting? Sharks Fly had an extra 3 big blinds that they didn't put in. And you might say, how did they not put in the extra 3 big blinds? But that kind of made me think they were weaker, honestly. Oh, it's close. That's so close. Very close call here. We'd ace 3 off to cut off jams. Seems very loose, like it wouldn't be a call, but the cutoff is a big bounty. And he's also jamming into these guys. Speaking of jamming into these guys, we're going to go for it now. We do not want the button to get involved. The small blind and big blind actually just make it profitable for us if they want to get it in. Especially the big blind with his 28 bucks. Right, nice. We're putting this guy, we're testing this guy for his tournament life in the Zodiac main. Wow, this Zodiac go. The games are so good, man. The games are so fucking good. And like, this is why I wanted to keep 20%. I don't want to. Any sort of, high markup wouldn't seem justifiable because it's like a Tuesday and there's a small guarantee. But I know once I get into the games, they're going to be great. That's why I just sold 20% instead of anything else. I don't give a, couldn't give a shit. Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, when the Venom goes on, people win Venom tickets, and then they can sell Venom tickets. And how you sell a Venom ticket is you player-to-player transfer it, and they transfer you the money, right? Or something like that. Flat Queen 8 suited here. It is very loose. I mean, it's Queen 8 suited in position 40 deep. It's not going to go too horribly. If it was a very, very good, competent opponent, it would probably be minus EV and losing money. Well, I just don't think that's the case in this lineup with these players. It's a very soft tournament. 33 Super Tuesday Crown Special. 15k guaranteed, by the way. And we hold it. Very nice in the GG Masters Classic. 12 minutes of late reg left. We could go for a little stabby wabby, tiny one. In C bin C button stab. In the 54, we're calling off 4 big blinds. Sorry, man. What went on there, honestly? Definitely a spot where... Oh, Jesus, Sven. So we min bet. We go 1 big blind into 5 big blinds on the flop. We go 5.5 into 7 on the turn. I'm going to go for the jugular here. I was going to go 40 bigs, but I think this will achieve something similar and obviously a much better price than 40 bigs. I mean, this is the ace-8 offsuit with the heart. Might call this. The ace-8 offsuit with the heart probably would just fold against 40 bigs. Like these are... So, this guy's all in for 0.8 bigs. And I just genuinely think when this guy limps on the button, he never has it, and he's never going to call. We raised up to quite a large one. Normally I'd pot control this, but against these guys who could have 9-4 of hearts in their small blind flat and stuff. Our equity is just so low, honestly. But he could have a 9, honestly, now when he starts... Because he went small on flop. Do we raise? We'll just not get too fancy. And now he checks just to complete the story of him having a 9. Yeah, he's just got a 9. I'm not going to bet, lads. As much as the read feels strong on him having the worst 9. But he could also just have a lot of like Queen Jack, Queen 10 that was trying to buy a cheap turn and river. Or this, yeah. You never know when they could have been bluffing something like King 7 of clubs, right? And then they get there and they just want to check now or something. Or they have a really weird trips. Like, I've seen stranger things happen. Raising the turn. Again, his draws just have like 40% equity anyway. So it's just, we're not even getting value by charging the draws. Massive misconception. I'm gonna charge the draws. Build a pot so we can have more money in the middle for the flip we're about to have. We're about to have a flip with our opponent's range. Let's just build a pot for no reason. You build a pot when you have an advantage. I mean, you could say then, well, when we're 60-40 against a range with a bunch of draws, we do have an advantage, but when it's 60-40, 3/4 of the turns, or half the turns in the deck is going to make the equities go... Like, your equity is going to shrivel up to like 20% with half the deck. So do you really want a big inflated pot when your equity is just going to change so much? Bad. I used to check against the Whaley guys, thinking it's good, because like why would we care? If we got a hand like Ace King that's not really going to fold out better, and that can just kind of bluff catch, why not? Our hand's a bit weird now. Probably should have bet again, honestly. That honestly, like, if we were going to get called there, I would say the same thing. That was just an easy bet. We get to the river there. We've 3-bet the big blind versus under the gun. We've ended up with Ace King. We've ended up with a very weak hand on a board with a lot of hands that aren't weak. We just ended up at the bottom of our range, is the other way to say it, you know? Low-hanging fruit. And there are the spots, like if Shark's Fly has pocket 8s with a heart and he calls the river, that's absolutely fine. That has to happen sometimes. Honestly, the worst fucking players are the ones that are just afraid of this and that. And honestly, it's usually the people who aren't listening enough over the years and who kind of say, well, it's my way or the highway. Let's just keep it simple again here. We don't have much of a read on this guy. 3-bet, C-bet 1/3. We've all done this one. He's got 1k in cashes. He does seem like he could be very wrecky. Yo, thank you, Ponak. Thank you, Bing Bio Bong. Cheers, lads. So an hour and a half left on the 33 bucker. Yeah, the speed racer. I'm gonna call. We do actually okay. It's an interesting decision, but we do okay. We might be ahead. That's the thing. Sometimes we actually are ahead. Hold it. Hold it. 5 off the money, by the way. 3 off the money now. They're dropping like flies. Yes, yes, yes. No bounties to our name, but looking very good for at least a min cash and beyond. Although I shouldn't say that yet, but you know what it's time for now, a little bit of TikTok. Tanking, not actual fucking TikTok. Fuck that platform. Yeah, this is what happens, man. This is how yeah, alright. These fucking bigger, chunkier games are so good. I should just play them every day, man. 250. This guy limps under the gun, to my point. I mean, that's why I was kind of talking about it. He kind of made me think about how great the games are. He limps under the gun. We bump it up with our 6.5 suited. Now, I see hearts. I see diamonds. I see spades. They're not going anywhere. Like, for the most part, like backdoor flush draw hands. So we're not really trying to get him away now. We're thinking about the turn. We did just take it down there, which is great, obviously. But it's more the turn. The turn could be anything. Because what I do know on the turn, because we unblock all the flush draws, the backdoor flush draws, on the turn now we're gonna, whatever the turn is, if it's, the turn is a complete rainbow brick, then we're gonna unblock all three of, there's gonna be 3 backdoor flush draws that miss. But even if the turn brings a flush draw, still the other 2 flush draws are gonna miss. So it's like, you know, if it comes rainbow, if you're barreling as a bluff, if you're going for the no equity barrel, here's the jacks. Ray's calling 20 bigs in the 33. Hold me closely. Thank you very much. Yeah, when barreling, if you unblock all the, if you have the fucking, you get what I'm saying. But this is the thing about learning little bits of theory. You need to just know where these things rank and the factors. And honestly, I've been playing 9 years, many years into my career, still to this day, of course, but honestly, I struggled with it sometimes. I got the hang of it now the last 3 years, but the first 5-6 years, I had my factors in the wrong order. You got this factor, you got this factor, you got this factor. Oh, well, he is someone who doesn't bluff, but I do have these blockers, but also I've got incentive to play this way. And all these different moving parts and factors, I had them in the wrong order, man. And it's only really experience that you start to put weight, the right kind of weight on each factor. And the suits and the blockers and all of that, they should be high up, but they shouldn't be number one. But they should be high up, because that will add up over time. When you're picking nice hand selections, you're just pushing the mats in your favor in very, very subtle ways. And that'll add up. Even live, where you're playing fucking 4 hands a day, it still adds up live, man. It's still gonna give you a little bit more success. But putting it as number one factor, there will be times where it will be number one factor. If it's like good reg against good reg and it's a close river spot, it's probably just gonna come down to something like suits, which is significant. We're defending 5-4 off against the min raise here in the 33. Cheeky little gutter ball. Cheeky gutter. I mean, is this one we want to raise? Like something like King 10 offsuit with a heart is kind of an easy continue for him. I'm gonna go neat and tidy here and just check again. Because he's gonna have a decent amount of like second pair type hands. And if he's got a hand, which we'll bet now, and I'll just kind of check fold. If he's got ace king, ace jack that he's checking down, or maybe like pocket trees, he's gonna check back, right? So now I'm actually gonna bet half. We don't really have an 8 though. We're never really checking an 8 on the turn. We'll just do this. We'll just do this. Because we do have 5 high now, and the board has ran out, so that ace jack, ace king might fold, or pocket 4s. I mean, we block 5s and 4s, but when there's 3s, 4s, 5s, we're not blocking that much of that. Man, same tournament, 7-4 suited again. We flopped a joint. This just advance you. This guy's been playing it. You don't just slurp out little C bets on these boards, man. If I had like King 10 offsuit with a spade, I could just bump it up, honestly, and have such a great time doing it. Like, generally speaking, I'm not saying I know for sure if he has it or not this time, but if you're just gonna bet your range on 865, if you're gonna like bet your ace queens and everything. Ow. 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 Nice, he got there. Lads, 10:25 has been running all the time. And I should turn off the notifications because the FOMO I'm getting, honestly. ITM here now. Ooh, I'm not slow rolling you, buddy. But he's open ripping. And I want the stream to see that's miserable. That's the worst situation you can get in poker. A7 offsuit against aces. That is the lowest amount of equity you could get it in pre-flop. It's so flattering, and honestly, like, that's weird. Like, why are you trying to make a thing about it? It shows how much I wreck these guys that, you know, they suck out their A7 off against my aces, and they're just trying to be like, ooh. It's not gonna work, brother. It's not gonna work. Thankfully, best part of the set too to cheer me up. I don't know. Maybe he's just giddy. Maybe he's just spamming emojis because he's excited he got there. You know, I'm not thinking too deep about it, but I do imagine that's what he's 7-4 good today. 7-4 is indeed good today. There's a man who's paying attention. But no, it is flattering. I do think it comes from a place of pettiness and weakness when someone is like, you know, feels the need to inflict extra damage. Because I've played the game so long, man. When you wreck someone enough and you're getting them in big pots and they're like, fuck this guy, and they're slamming their desk because yeah, for 18 months straight, then the time comes, they might like win, you know, they might one out share, they might win A7 off against aces. You can feel them just release all of that. Gotcha! I love this spot, by the way. Will we jam? I want to do this. I want to do this. We're still ducking and weaving with two big blinds, lads. Tank folding 10-3 offsuit in the cutoff. We're dealt in the big now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, boys. Right, break. No pay jumps and break, so let's go. Probably going to be in against spades here. Hopefully not a slow played bottom set. It's a slow played bottom set. We got this, boys. Don't worry. We got this. Wow, very nice of the guy not to make a little... Not to spam an emoji there when I was on the way out. How polite. He probably didn't see it. If he saw it, he probably would have said something. It's not a very Dutch thing as well. Dutchies are cool, man. Dutchies, not a very Dutch thing to do the petty stuff. That's more the like, that's more of a kind of Austrian thing, to be honest. Austrian, German. Nothing against the Austrians. Sorry, guys, sorry. But you know the kind of, I will, you know, a lot of the boys, good Austrian players, some of the best players in the world, Austrian or German or based in Austria. There's a lot of kind of like nitty 35, 50 ABI kind of German or Austrian regs that'll... You can just taste the salt from them. Yo, Joel, hi there, new streamer in the house. Do you want to be my mod? I'm looking for a mod. Yo, Piedmont Poker. I've been good, man. I've been enjoying poker. I've been enjoying the fucking watching the main event. I had a buddy that ran really deep. It was really fun. Been chilling, luxurizing. Yo, Krusty, how we doing, brother? How are you, Piedmont Poker? Hope you are also doing well. Content is a nice thing. At least feeling a bit content. I'm very content always. I'm always very content. Because the future always holds so much substance. There's always so much that the future could potentially hold. So, yeah, I'm never less than content. Even though on paper it might be like, eee. I mean, it hasn't been like that in, years, but... Yo, tough spot. Didn't see you there, mate. Get after it, man. Get after it. Broken Bones in the house. Hello, fellas. Hello, Broken Bones. Bloody lost 300 quid on PSG the other day. Oh, no, I did. How much did I put on? Yeah, I put on like 320 to win 220 on PSG. I saw that lineup as well with fucking Enzo Fernandez, the beast. You know, I already had my money on PSG. I was sitting there watching the game about to kick off. Saw that Chelsea team with Enzo just there on cam. I've been such a massive Enzo Fernandez fan. I was grinding as well. It was on Sunday, so I didn't see the game. I don't even know how Enzo played, but I've always been such a huge fan of Enzo Fernandez. And people have been, even Chelsea fans, like people got Enzo so wrong, man. Rory Jennings, like that Rory Jennings guy said that Enzo is like Chelsea's worst ever signing, he thinks. Crazy. Tisla says, bro, that is not what I was thinking. Was just joking around. Good luck and see you on the tables. No worries, man. But genuinely, that's just how it feels sometimes. If someone kind of hits a beat and starts spamming stuff. But I believe you for sure. Because like I say, man, you know, that's not really it's not really the Dutch reg way, is it? You don't have to rely on blue line as much as the fucking Germans do. It's the people who are very blue line reliant that end up very salty because they're always so dependent on the all-ins. So like, yeah, fuck you. No, it just comes across as a little petty if you're winning and, you know, the one kind of inflicting a bad beat. It's just how it comes across. And like I say, to me it's ego boosting. But I believe you. Like, I believe that wasn't the case now. I think so anyway. I'd imagine so. Gonna take our orbit here, lads. We don't cover. Yeah, Tisla, it's all good, man. All good. And good luck too out there. Good luck. Good luck. Da-da-da-da. See as well, and it mightn't be the fact that I'm just kicking people's ass, like I like to say. It could be just the stream element as well. But you have to imagine, I do get a lot of kind of, like if I'm like deep in tournaments, even when I'm off stream and I bust a tournament, there's always someone kind of firing some little like thing, and I can only kind of speculate myself why. But like a running hot emojis, you know, there's levels to the emojis. I wish I didn't show these jacks because they are gone. You're gone. Now we're gonna 4-bet jam those jacks. I'm just keeping you on your toes. Good luck, jacks. Just keeping you on your toes. Right, lads. 54 speed racers. Nyong. FT bubble, by the way. Got 150 locked up. No bounties, but this is the thing, man. And this is the great thing about, like, people talk about late reg and bounty tournaments. Ah, that's unfortunate. You see, when we got dealt in the big blind first hand, we basically just went the whole tournament not really getting the opportunity to cover people too much. Well, especially early on. When we just get dealt in the big blind first time and have to fold, it just shows that covering people and, like, that's why you late reg in a bounty tournament kind of being below average. You want to be careful with it. This is a mighty fine flop. There we go. Dead as a doorknob. He's dead. You're dead. So we cashed for 150. Nice little, nice ROI, to be fair, anyway. Sorry, I haven't. 938 is what we're up to on the buy-ins, by the way, and that's our first cash. Appreciate that, Tizles. Appreciate that. And like, come on, like, of course, I'm, you know, if anyone's salty, of course it's gonna be me. I did lose a 93%er for a bounty. There's probably a bit of salt, for sure. I thought that I was salty, but yeah, it was mistaken pettiness. Mistaken pettiness. If you really want to get me, if I see someone give me the thank you after they win a pot, then I know it's like they've needed to just give me a little dig as well, just for good measure. So it's all good until you whip the thank you out. Just telling people how to tilt me, really. Calling. This guy knows we're running hot as fuck. He saw us flop a straight twice with 7-4. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh, did I raise? I meant to just call. Do-do-do. We were probably going to bet the turn a lot. The turn was the jack of clubs. Check, bet. It's just a cool little hand with a nice little overcard dangler that will end up giving us bluffs on a lot of runouts where bluffs don't seem possible. We raise in position there, and the board runs out like 6, 10, you know, fills out straights and whatnot. Probably massively over bluffing, but maybe there's a bit of that stuff in there. Damn, we block. I like our hand, man. Because I think he can absolutely have ace-king in his range. I mean, you know what? There is a lot... you know, you do play ace-king very aggressively, generally speaking. I would like to... I used to go crazy a lot here and be like, well, if I've got the jack, you can't have jacks. You can't really have ace-jack. A block ace-king. But, you know, I can't... He's just got this very high equity-driven range there. You know what I'm saying? He's got it like the combo draws, the this, the that's. Right, we raise versus limp here, 32-ish effective, which is a little dodgy. We definitely don't want to get limp jammed on. Here's more crazy over bluffing going on. And we're all in. Good luck, good luck. He snaps us off. Not a good hand to see. Not a good hand to see at all in the 33. Take the king 10 down. These suits are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. I like going for value here against draws and 8s and 8-7s and 6-8 suiteds. Around 60% here. Maybe just this. Cool. I mean, it's a little... we're pushing it a little bit. Because we're always getting action from a king, obviously. And we're going to fold out a lot of worse hands. So, it's getting a little... We nearly time banked here. We nearly time banked out there. Because on our settings, we don't... Definitely don't know 4-bet pot, hijack button, big blind 150 effective, so we are going for the old 200 meter freestyle. Whoa, make sure I don't... Probably should have 3-bet those. Oh, fuck, we've timed out. Whoops! Whoopsie daisy, there's a set, and here's a flop 3-bet. I mean, it's a little bit awkward against button, especially. It's not that awkward, it's not that awkward. Fee, 5, 4. I do like... I mean, we should have went a bit bigger, probably, but I also just don't want it to get too awkward in terms of our equity and the price we get. Well, it's alright. We don't need to be too... But I like attacking this size for sure, man. Actually did time out with that ace-king. Actually, maybe. Actually did, though. The 9-8 suited gets through with the old flop 1-2-3 bet. We actually limp stab here. I think he'll bet a queen, so I want to go for the turn check raise here after we limp stab. Something like 15 looks good to me. Thing is with a lot of these lines, they do just generate a bunch of folds, so it's like, was it really better just to Because we're not... The idea is to win chips. It's not to take the pot down. So sometimes it's like, well, if I kept barreling, would I have just won a bigger pot? I think I just go for it all now. Wow. I think I go for it all now. I think I'll go for it all now. If he's suspicious, he's suspicious. He does have some worse 2 pairs as well. 7 deuce, queen 7, queen deuce. Nice hand, Gustavo. Over there. Yeah. Down to 20 bigs in the 33 daily crown. Sorry, the Tuesday crown special. An hour left to late, Reg. 15k guaranteed. Hasn't hit it yet. The Red Viper says, good luck, Sven. You playing any cash in Naga World? Mate, the cash games, no, I'm not, but there's 1025 running pretty darn regular around the clock. I don't know what the... I mean, I'm sure it's uncapped. I'm not sure what the minimum buy is. Probably 2k or something. I don't know. I've never played 1025 before, I don't think. Here we go, Zodiac main event. Wow, he sent in the fucking King 10 offsuit. Nice that we hold. This guy back jams after flatting pre, you donkey, man. We're squeezing against under the gun +1, under the gun +2, low jack. We're squeezing against everyone there. Alright, fuck's sakes, brother. You're such a fucking idiot, honestly, man. Well, how in God's name do you think? Well, look, he covers me and I've got an 8. No. Look, he covers me. My bounty's bigger than normal. There is a few things going for him. This is cool. Very cool. Unfortunate, mate. Our boat is better, right? I still remember how to play poker, right? He check raised the flop. We called check on the turn. Genuinely really unfortunate. I don't know in terms of like bluffing that. Like he's normally like you jam the river there in a spot where you can have a bunch of bluffs. But when he's checking the turn queen, man, I know it's like let's say he kept betting on the turn queen, and then he just like jams the river. That's cool, because then it's kind of like you've bluffs, but. I mean, if I'm so sure he's got it on the turn, then would I bet? But I'm never going to bet. It's just not my card. It's his card. You know, it's not really my card, right? The queen, after he's check raised. He's got all the bluffs. I've got diamonds, then a bunch of like ace 4 and 5s and 3s and 6s and 7s. I don't have much queen X that isn't a flush draw. And like I'm also just gonna take a lot of free cards with my own flush draws that he dominates. So I'm not trying to, I don't like the turn check. I'm just just because I'm interested in that stuff. I'm not trying to fire shots. Just noticing. It's being notable. Right, this guy hasn't played a hand in about 4 hours, but good luck to us. Hello, SvenCalls. Do you punt sometimes in MTTs? Sounds like Rowan has been doing some punting and feels a little guilty about it. God, we're having some real laggy internet issues. That sucks. Punting. If you're not punting, you're not doing it right, I was going to say. You do want to be a bit more reserved at the micro stakes. You know that old thing that people say, oh, you know, they respect your raises when you move up the stakes. There's a little bit of truth to that. It still doesn't mean when you move up the stakes it's easier. It's much fucking harder actually moving up the stakes. However, they do respect your raises a little bit more, so... You know, the strategy does change. You'll see me bluffing off stacks, punting off stacks left, right, and center, brother. But I also make, you know, good money from the game. I've gone 3 years back-to-back making 6 figures. And I will absolutely dust it off like there's no tomorrow. So it's a big part of being a good winning player, especially online. Well, no, let's not specify online. Tight aggressive. Don't be loose and passive. Be relatively tight but aggressive. You don't loose and passive is like the worst kind of strategy to implement roughly. Tight aggressive is roughly like the best one. Obviously, it's the game isn't as simple as like generalizing like that, but. So let me go all in over here first. So many brand new accounts. Keep getting cooler, don't we? I think that's a good fold. Because it's not as much tens as it is queens, kings, aces. It's ace, king. I mean, the guy's got 1k cashes, but that's why I muttered to myself, like so many new accounts. We just keep folding monsters everywhere. This is the only issue with the whole... Anyway, I'm fine for things to come full circle. It's all good. But yeah, the Red Viper, man, cash has been booming in Naga. I can tell by the WhatsApp notifications. I'd love to get down there. Nice lead. Oh, the 525 is a deep stack today. I like to see that. Yeah, the games just seem really good today. I'm definitely going to have a... I'm not going to stream the whole session. But yeah, definitely going to get stuck in. Sven never punts, he's just bad. That's what Schultz says. Wow, stream's really crashing now. We were gonna... It's just lagging big time. I think it just kind of comes and goes. Bits of wobble. It's probably because I'm connected to the wrong Wi-Fi extension. Yeah, I am. I've got an extender that's a bit quicker. I'm not connected to it. Smart ass. Dumbass. I mean, we folded, we folded a few big ones. Folded a few big ones. Interesting. Honestly, man, it's not that. It's a little three big blind juicer. It's like 14.4 to... Right? It's just a call, isn't it? It's just a call. So we're never that far ahead though, but... Oh, hello, we are now. It's like they're not able to fold hands in spots where they should be. They do. What does should be mean, brother? What do you mean should be? I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but come on, man. It's very. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They're idiots. They're terrible players. It's tiny amounts of money to a lot of these people. They've no discipline. That's why they have no money. You know, like. Come on, man. Don't be relying on those people. What you're doing is relying on them to do stuff. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Can't rely on those people, man. Just play. But like, here's the thing about poker and being a fucking good poker player. If your opponents are calling too much, you bluff them less. You know, it's about adjusting, man. You adjust to people. If your player pool at the micro stakes is stations, and here I'll give you the default that you already know, but let's go through it again. They're going to be too loose pre-flop for the most part. But the thing at the micro stakes, you're going to get people being one way or the other, but like in a very extreme way. You know, you're going to get the crazy nits, but there's, I don't know. I don't know if the micro stakes is many crazy nits. You're going to get generally people playing too loose, too passive as well. They're not going to be finding little bluffs. And I know you might, because you think you see someone bluff it off. You see someone like do some crazy bluff, and then you think people actually bluff. They're not finding enough bluffs. So you don't be hero calling these people. They're just waiting for hands, trying to make hands. They're sitting around, they're playing on their iPad. They're watching some Netflix. Check, 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 all the way down to the river. We made them shiver. You like that, Diablos? Yeah. Don't mind showing it because I never have it in those spots, but hey. I should lean away from showing cards anyway, but when I'm on stream I don't mind. He says 32 big blinds, question mark, question mark. Yep. If you folded an ace, yep. That's the point, yep. God, I was nearly hoping he'd check call just so I could flex a nice little triple here. Huge one here in the Zodiac main. Wow, come on, let's pair up. Pair up, pair up. As if you had a choice. King of hearts. The king of hearts. Ooh, 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 ooh. We play a 3-bet pot here where we find ourselves at the bottom of our like pre-flop calling range. It's not the well, it's the bottom of our ace-x. Like we're gonna have like 8-7 suiteds in our pre-flop range, and that's what I mean. So it's not like we're at the bottom of our range now by any stretch. But pre-flop is like one of our worst. It is our worst ace-x call. Really? You're not gonna... Would you not like bet 7-6 at some point though if you were? It's just a value bet, isn't it? Not quite 7 deuce. Short as fuck here. Lads, there might be a reappearance from me later on stream if I get some deep runs or big FTs going. Trying to get some money onto some sites too. Alright. Sevens. Damn, rear view just fucking bluffed me. I mean, he didn't show me, but I just feel like I fucking misplayed that hand. Nice double with the Zebans. Playing a 3-bet pot here. Backdoor Royal. Sounds like a knockoff Burger King burger. Doesn't make much sense. We'll flick in a call. Maybe he goes check, check. Hopefully he's got jacks and not the queens, because I want to hit a queen, baby. I don't love it, man. Oh, it's such a loud screech. He might have ace 5 or something. Could fold out a hand like ace 5. We could fold out a hand like ace queen. Ace queen probably. He's probably got queens or jacks, lads. And these hands are... They might even call a jam if we get heroic, like, honestly. No? And he could still have ace king that's pot control in the turn. We're on the bubble here. Ace queen, that ace 10. I mean, that's... If I jam the river, that's a super relevant call, blocking 10s. Like, that's probably... That makes a bunch of sense. Boys, I'm gonna jump off for a little bit, alright? Made some promises to someone too, so... Yeah, gotta do some stuff, and yeah, we'll be back. Might be... Who knows? Who knows? Don't want to guarantee I'll be back, but... Appreciate you hanging out anyway, lads. I'm gonna be streaming about... 20 times a month. That's the plan. So plenty more are coming, lads. I'm out of here. Much love. Chat soon. Good luck on the sessions, everyone. Bye bye. Chat soon.